Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing good out there. And we just realized last night nobody gives a shit that the aliens are coming. Nobody cares. They're just worried about what the fuck's coming on Netflix and everything else. But aliens are going to start sticking shit up our asses, and we're not even going to realize that they're here. I think it's a doctor or something. Okay, listen. We have a good show today. It's going to be a fun show. We're definitely going to pick up some more discussion stuff, and there's a lot of cool news that's out there, but that's all kind of secondary today. I mentioned yesterday and the other day that I'll call him a buddy, even though I've known him probably like a month. But I'll call him a buddy. Attack Peter is coming on the show. He is a very talented artist. Not only is he going to debut some exclusive designs that he has and stuff that he's done already, he's going to debut the exclusive design that he did for us, the one that we've been teasing and telling you about and all that. I can't tell you how excited I am for you guys to check this out. And even before we start here today, I want to let you know something else. If you guys are still using one of those big wireless providers this year, you have to ask yourself what you're paying for. Because expensive retail stores, inflated prices, hidden fees, if you think about it, you're really being taken advantage because they know that you're going to pay it. This is where Mint Mobile comes in. Mint Mobile provides the same premium network coverage you're used to, but at a fraction of the cost because everything's online. Mint Mobile saves on retail locations and overhead, and then it passes those savings directly to you. It really is. It's an approach to things. Everything evolves, and you always jump to the people who evolve first, and that's what Mint Mobile is doing. It makes it easy to cut your wireless bill down to just $15 a month. Every plan comes with unlimited nationwide talk and text. With Mint Mobile, you got to stop paying for unlimited data that you're never going to use. Choose between plans 3, 8, or 12 gigabytes of 4G LTE data. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone number along with all your existing contacts. You got to ditch your old wireless bill and start saving with Mint Mobile. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month, which is a steal, $15 a month, get the plan shipped to your door for free. Nothing. Go to mintmobile.com/SEN live. Once again, that's mintmobile.com/SEN live. You cut your wireless bill down to $15 a month. Once again, mintmobile.com/SEN live. All right, you skunks. Let's do it.
Hey, Roaring. Jeg har en turf en Tums penis.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to SEN Live. It's a Schmoedown Entertainment Network. It's me, Christian Harloff, and the one and only Brett Sheridini, La 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 Lucy, Lucy.
Good morning to you.
Good morning to you too, sir. How are you? Nice to see you. You're doing your thing.
Yeah.
You're doing your thing.
We're all doing our
I got to tell you, this lighting is a lot better for everything we're doing. Look at the hair, dude. Look at my hair. It's actually hair again.
I like it.
Can you believe it? I don't know how it happened.
I'm on the I like it like that.
You like it like this?
I'm almost a little shorter. That picture you posted, you look pretty badass in that one.
Yeah, but that was only because of lighting.
I know it's because of the glass.
lighting and filter. So look, man, we're gonna have a really fun show today. There's no doubt about it. It's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be an exciting show, and I'm pumped. Excited. Not only for the fact that nobody gives a shit that the aliens are here. Nobody cares. Nobody's talking about it.
I'm scared of aliens?
No, you don't even know what's going on.
I eat raw meat and eggs.
You don't even know what's going on. So it is really it's special today. It's special today because I had mentioned to you guys not too long ago. I guess it was maybe a couple of days ago. Maybe I've mentioned him before on the show. But so when I joined Skybound, and we put the Schmoedown with Skybound, met a lot of interesting people, cool people, and I was working one day, and I'd gotten an email from Dave Alpert, who's the head honcho over at Skybound. He's a badass. Him and Kirkman, obviously, but Dave had reached out to me, and he said, check it out. And they were working with this artist over at Skybound, and the artist had reached out and said, you guys are working with SEN now? That's awesome. And because he was a fan of SEN. So I started doing my research and said, holy shit, this guy's a fucking badass, man. He's a really good artist. He's a good dude. And then he came into the offices because he's from Miami. Tack Peter is his name. And he's in Miami, and he came in to meet with the team at Skybound. And he came by, and we were shooting the shit for a bit. And I felt like I'd known this cat for like, I don't know, 10 years. It just reminded me of people I went to college with, so it was pretty easy to just chill with this dude. But enough talking nice shit about him. Let's just bring him in here. Attack Peter, there he is. Hey! Can you hear me?
What's up, guys?
There he is. Good.
I hear you great.
What's up, brother, man? How you doing?
Good, man. I got the YouTube stream on so I can see Brett and whatever you put up, too.
Oh, good. Well, it's good to have you on here. We're crossing our fingers that the Skype works.
It's always flawless.
It's always flawless. So, look, man, we're going to do some fun shit here today. Not only are we going to showcase a lot of your stuff, and we're going to debut the brand new design that you did exclusive. And I'm telling you, when you guys see what this guy did for the show, we're going to, not going to lie to you, we're going to tease it until probably a little bit, but I'm going to, but once we do, it's going to be available for you guys for a week. It's an exclusive design that Peter's doing for us. But before we get into any of that, dude, let's talk about you, man. Let's figure out, like, tell the audience, like, because I know you're a big movie fan, and you obviously you deal a lot in the geek culture, but
yeah.
When did you start? What's the story?
Well, you know what's funny? I've been a geek probably longer than I was an artist. Although, so I started doing gallery shows in Miami. Miami has a big art scene, and I would, sell out an art show for a gallery owner, and I'm like, okay, well, when's the next show then? Let's do it again. Let's make some money. And, it was very political, like, we'll see, so I started getting into conventions and tabling at a local Comic-Con, and I started doing that in 2012, and for the last 8 years, it's just been like getting bigger and bigger and getting some good, love on the internet and social media. And now I get to work with a lot of the companies that I used to make art, tributing to. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome, and I want to show the audience some of your stuff here, and you can kind of talk through it here. First one that we're going to show, where is it? Give me a second here. This is pretty cool, Brett. Look at this. So this is Batman. This is Batman and Godzilla. Give me a little breakdown here, Peter. Batman? He's obviously holding. He's got the grapple. So
on the left, there's a statue that DC is putting out of one of my prints. If you want to see the actual print, it's kind of there behind the statue. But if you want to go see the full thing, you can go on Attack Peter online anywhere and see it. DC bought the rights to the image and is producing statue based on that. So that's going to be the first.
That's cool.
Official license, which is funny. So there's your advice if you're a young up and coming artist, like just bootleg their stuff long enough until you're good enough that they pay you to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no shit.
And so, and which is funny because like it sounds like tongue in cheek, but it's kind of true. The Godzilla on the right is part of a series of 3 that we did with Mondo. Official Godzilla posters that just dropped, I would say, a month ago, and they sold out literally within the click of one refresh button. So, and those are official, licensed Toho.
Hotel nerd
prints
donated
now, you know what I'm saying?
What's with the Uracle glasses? Like your other set more, but hey, you do, man. Can't fight the war today, need to conserve funds. Sorry, Larry Lease.
That's all right.
Attack Peter, welcome to the Shitwad Brigade.
Thank you, Hotel Nerd. It's very nice.
Don't turn it on. That's the best. That's the authentic experience.
It is. I can't. The problem is I can't turn it off. This is going to be This is going to be the bigger problem as interviews continue with Skype. Is I can't turn. I guess I can turn it off. I can turn it off through OBS. But if you want it on, I'll keep it on. You want the authentic. You want the authentic shit.
That's a real experience.
You just opened up the flood.
He rolled with it.
You just opened up the floodgates, dude.
Hey, I appreciate somebody that rolls with it. That's
So all right. So listen. So that was you mentioned Godzilla there, but then you really look at this. Look at these. These are. I mean, I was a huge Godzilla, right? Yeah, man. I was a massive Godzilla fan as a kid. So you seem to be also, because look at. So give me a breakdown what I'm looking at the left and the right here.
So these were a series of 3, and I was asked to choose from all the different monster movies, and I picked the ones that, I mean, I'm a diehard Godzilla fan. Like, I'm a diehard monster fan. Like, I got, you know, a Gamera tattoo on my arm, if anybody questions. Like, that's deep nerd shit right there. But anyway, the point is, these are 3 posters for 3 films. So, you know, Godzilla versus Mothra, Godzilla versus the Smog Monster on the right, you can see. But they're just the films from like the original old school Showa era. So all the good cheesy stuff that we like growing up in the 70s. And I wasn't growing up at that time, but those were the reruns I was watching. I'm a young lad.
It's really cool, dude. I mean, I'm loving this. And then you have something kind of brand new that before we, because I would definitely want to give more of a breakdown of everything that you've been doing with your career and how this, you know, ultimately we came to meet each other. But let's talk about this exclusive thing that you want to talk about here.
Well, so before we get any further,
Sure.
for people who don't know, like all of the artwork that he's showing you online that I make is made by me carving a block of linoleum. In fact, look at this. Am I ready with props or what? So this is like a little block that I carve. Here's a little Godzilla.
Look at that. It's fucking cool, man.
And
Holy
I
shit.
carve it out of, it's a smooth surface. I draw and I carve it. So then I roll ink on the carving and stamp that onto the paper. And that's how the prints that you're showing come to be. Each one's a handmade item when we do that.
Let me stop you for a second, because as you talk about all this stuff and how you're hand blocking and doing all this wonderful creative stuff, this is what we do on the show, Peter.
Nice.
We are very creative and talented here as well. So there you go.
I'm taking notes right now for the next image.
Well, I work in an art gallery, and I've seen we've put up things like that, like blocks, like what was the thing that made this print? And that's that in of itself.
Haircut, by the way.
Right. So tell me. So by the way, you're a big fan of the Flouse, aren't you?
Dude, I'm telling you, like, you guys deserve a Medal of Honor for the material you're putting on right now.
Well,
I'm not even saying that tongue in cheek.
Well, thank you very much. But I'm sorry I cut you off as far as we were leading up to how you work and everything else.
Well, no, just a lot of people, when they see the image, they don't necessarily know what goes on behind it, and so that's the type of work it is. And I think that's why it's kind of like been able to cut through. I mean, I've been doing this for years and years, but I've only been in the public scene for maybe the last couple years, 3 years.
Sure.
And I did my first show in Anaheim 2 years ago, and everything blew up from there. And look at, here we are. You know, I was watching SEN and Collider before that while I was making artwork in my studio. And now look at us here. You know, it's really cool, really serendipitous.
It's funny how it all pans out. Yeah, because I think when you had reached out to when you guys were talking, you and DA, I guess you were watching the New York event in New York. So you were watching kind of that was when Dan Murrell and Bibiani and the kid went to battle.
Love it. Yeah, man. It's funny because I always ask, what timeline are we in that this is the reality? You know, my wife and I, we talk about leading up to getting signed with Skybound. We were talking about projects we wanted to make happen. The Godzilla project, for example, like for people who don't know, that's a really hard license to get to work on. Toho, they're really protective. And so we got a chance to be at San Diego Comic-Con with a booth, which is another, dream come true. And anybody who came up to the booth there was like, hey, love your work. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? And I kept saying, Toho license, Toho license, Toho license.
That's awesome.
And finally, the guys from Mondo came over, and I was just being, annoying with the same shtick, Toho license, and they go, we got the Toho license. Rob Jones from Mondo, who looks like he's straight out of a Tarantino film when you get to see this guy.
That's awesome.
So,
well, look, I mean, it's the hustle, right? That's always what it's about. It's the hustle and being able to figure out, because even when we were talking about how the whole Skybound thing kind of came to be, and especially with me and talking to them I was talking to them for a bit, and it just happened at the right time in my life, and the things that the team that they've put together, and I don't think the audience really even understands yet. You look at all this stuff that we're already doing with Twitch and things meetings that I've been able to take, and we were on such a roll before all this bullshit happened. I'll tell you that. But But either way, they've got a good eye for people, not even necessarily just for talent, but for people who are passionate, for people who understand. Because like you said, when you get that license, the reason you probably got it is because they could tell this isn't just you going, oh, I want to work with some big shots. It's like, no, because I got a lot of love for this thing.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, if people, because people don't really know like the character behind a company when you're talking about like Skybound, maybe the big names and the big properties, but if you want to know what Skybound is about, go look online, because they presented the offer to me, months before I agreed to sign, and I was a fan of Invincible forever and Kirkman and all the comics, but it's a thing. You have to decide, like, do you want to now align yourself with a company? I had momentum. I was doing well on my own, right? And so the idea is I went online and I became obsessed with any video, any article I could find on Skybound. Who is, DA, David Alpert, Robert Kirkman, more than just the name, right? And if you have any question about this company, go and just watch interviews with those guys talking. We are in the best position to succeed, and I think anybody could be.
I couldn't agree more, because like I said, I had taken a handful of meetings of people that wanted to work with the Schmodown, and it was the same thing. It was suggestions of how to change it or what to do, or maybe you should do this instead of that. And that was not the meeting I had with DA. I had a meeting with him, and he was just like, no, your community and focusing on the community, that's what built you your thing. You got to focus on the community and give them what they want. I was like, this dude gets it, man. He gets it. So I'm glad that we're in the same family now. And so listen, you have this big thing that you announced. You did a live stream yesterday on Facebook, and you got something big.
Oh, dude, we crushed it. We saw, we had a lot of artwork leading up to, that I had made in the past, and we decided to do one last sell-off of what I had left from the conventions on Facebook, and we sold out so fast of everything within seconds.
That's great.
And so now we're starting a new product line, which is one of the great perks of working with Skybound. We're going to do all the stuff that as an independent artist is really difficult to pull off when you're doing everything. You're designing, you're looking for contacts, you're booking your own shows. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Now I just get to make kick-ass shit. Yeah. And so nice. I think that's what we're about to release. We're talking about and releasing a new line of Attack Peter products. And we have one thing to show and tease today. I think you have it there.
I do. Here.
Let's see.
Well, that's the other one, but there it is. There's the shirt. And tell me a little bit about that.
Well, this is one thing that people have been asking for forever. They've been asking for, besides prints, put your stuff on shirts, put your stuff on hats and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, it's hard to get all that stuff taken care of when you're just one guy, man. And so now I've been designing. I have a whole series of designs, original designs that are going to be coming out. And this is the first one we're announcing. This looks like a giant 2-head demon turtle.
It's really cool.
And, if I get to do whatever I want, I'm going to go swing for the fences. So
yeah, I want one of those.
And the word attack on the back. Because, Attack Peter, believe it or not, is not my real biological name.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right. It's not short for Attacicus or something, Greek. But it's Attack Peter. So the idea is that the company is like named after my motivating myself. Like I always go after, always grind, always hustle. Yeah. So this first shirt is just that. It's me slapping on some cool, ferocious turtle monster looking thing. The word attack. Yeah. It's exactly what I would wear designed for myself. So I'm designing stuff for everybody that I would wear myself.
I would absolutely wear that. It's awesome. I like the lettering alone. I like the shirt. The shirt alone looks comfortable. But yeah, man, I'm digging that. And you know what? We did miss the other one. I wanted to go back. Where is it?
Oh,
there he is. So tell me a little bit about this one.
So this is my original kaiju design, and one of the best things about getting to work with Skybound is I had this idea for a character, for a story, for this whole world to build. And again, you have to decide when you're working as an independent artist where to put your time, and I'm sure you can relate to that. Yep. Blank project would be amazing, but if you're working on that, you're not working on the thing that's a sure thing, over here. So I get to now, develop this project that we're working on based on this character. You saw an original kaiju named Takoro. And that's going to be something coming up in the future that's going to blow people away, I think.
I love it. It's really, really cool. And all this shit, man. And there's so much more. And so people want to go and they want to check out more of your stuff, again, give them the link where they can go.
So on Instagram and Twitter, I'm Attack Peter, easy enough. And on Facebook, Attack Peter Art. There's somebody out there has Attack Peter. We're going to find him and take him out. And that's a threat, by the way. And then And then, I have a YouTube channel that's started up, Attack Peter here on YouTube.
Yeah.
So we're getting that going, and we're going to have some awesome stuff there. Now that I have some cool cred with Skybound behind me, I can go and harass like famous artists and persuade them and to get on our streams here and do cool stuff and talk with them.
Well, I love that, and I love the fact that you were able to show a lot of people here what you're doing. I think more people need to know exactly what you are doing, and I'm excited that you were able to do it. And for those audio listeners that couldn't see Peter's stuff here today, make sure you've gone on over to the YouTube channel to see it, or again, just follow Peter at those at all those handles that he just gave you. Now, we're definitely going to talk about aliens and shit, as Roxy Shire would say. And before I even do that, people have been commenting on my Dagnino glasses. What's so funny about these Dagnino glasses was that the movie The Gentleman, this comes from a package that they sent, and so everyone says that Colin Farrell is essentially Tom Dagnino in that movie. So the fact that I'm wearing these, and let me tell you something, as far as seeing things and how clear everything looks, none of that is true, because I can't see a fucking thing. They don't work. None of these work. They don't work at all. They're just for show, but I like them, and so I'm going to wear them. Hence why I'm wearing them. But that does not. And not only was Peter here for to talk about aliens and all these other things. I had mentioned to you guys how we had gotten in contact, and Skybound had gotten in contact and said, hey, how about Peter, maybe doing something for the show? And I said, are you kidding me? Of course. Absolutely. And then Peter and I started talking and thinking about exactly what we could do. And when he sent me what he did, I mean, I'm going to order this thing.
If a picture is 1,000 words,
this is one of the best things that has ever been created when it comes to anything in this universe. So much so that it's getting a song right now. And we're going to play because David hooked it up. So it is going to be, you guys are going to get this thing. And remember, this is going to be available for 1 week. 7 days. That's it. It's exclusive from Peter, and that's it. Then it's gone. And so if you want to sign up to the Schmodown Insiders, you can do that at the schmodownlive.com, and it should be available today. And once it's available, it'll be available for 7 days. But and I'm going to talk to the chat real quick. And when I get enough yeses in the chat, then that's when I'm going to debut it. That's when I'm going to start playing the song. So do you want to see it?
I think how about likes? Wouldn't likes be
Throw some likes in there too, but at this point I don't want to wait. I want all the yeses to come in, and then the music's going to come in, and then all right, so the yeses are starting to come in. Perfect. Reveal the hair, will you?
Still hair.
Here we go.
Just having style.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, exclusive on the Schmodown Entertainment Network. The design by Attack Peter. Look how great that is. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Look at the two of these idiots driving around. Flows and flows. They're on a cart. I said a flows and he shaved his head. Now he is the flows. Look at that shirt. People are loving it. People are loving it. They're losing their fucking minds.
The razor, you got the mic.
They're losing their minds. They're losing their minds, as they should. This is really like
I don't want to kick-ass rat rod.
It's so good. It's so good. It's like because look at me. Am I honking a horn? What am I doing over there? It's like,
no, it's a gear shifter.
Oh, it's a gear shifter. Yeah. I broke it. And the fact that we're just riding through, I would want to see a cartoon, like an animated film of this. And then you're shaving your head with something not even plugged in, which is amazing. I'm riding around, driving. Pretty much what I do is I'm just talking. No one's really listening because nothing's plugged in. And then the SEN flag. It really is. It really is amazing. I love it. All right. So once again, guys. This design is going to be, you have to sign up, the schmodownlive.com, so to the insiders, and the insiders will let you know when they're going to send out an email when it is available. Do not miss this.
Is it just prints, or is this anything else?
So yes, no. There's sweatshirts. They had sent me all the images. I'm going to try to. They sent it to me a little too late. I couldn't put it in there.
Okay.
I'm going to try. Where is it?
Oh, don't mess anything up.
I'm not going to mess anything up because there's one.
By the way.
Yeah, hold on.
By the way, that shirt is the authentic Brett shirt.
I know. I can see that
thing.
Yeah. So here's what I'm gonna try. Here's what I'm gonna try to do real quick, because I do have. Let's see. Where is? I'll put Peter on there for a second. Peter, that was so good. Thank you so much for doing that. By the way, it's really.
Peter, that's my nice shirt. That's when I have to go out. I have one.
Yeah. What was your inspiration for that beauty? Besides
He's
the
not
flowers?
lying. I scoured the internet. That's the only shirt with a collar he owns, I think. So just
I'm gonna try. What I'm gonna do here is let's see. I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna see if I can actually show you guys. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like on a sweatshirt, because they put it on a actual sweatshirt, and it's gonna take just a second. Give me a moment, and I'll let you guys see exactly what it looks like. You'll be able to hear me here. Yeah, because I'm pumped to show this. Here we go. Ready, and almost there.
Yeah, we're getting there.
And there it is. So you
Let's
see
it.
Yeah, there you go. So check that out. How awesome that is. I mean,
that's gonna be the merch that the new fans coming in later on are gonna be like, how do I get one of those?
Yeah, you can't. That's it.
No, it's gonna be like, where were you, man?
Yeah,
when
week.
These guys were shaving their heads.
But see, that's funny you say that, because that's exactly why this shirt is going to mean so much to so many people, because this is the this is the freaking this is the coronavirus shirt.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I stopped just short of putting like COVID-19.
But it is. It's the lunatic shirt. It is the shirt that is, when you have this shirt or poster or a sweatshirt or coffee mug, whatever it is, you're going to have this design. These two morons driving around, and this captures everything of our attitudes during these 2 months. I mean, this is everything. This is just me. It's just me driving. I don't know where I'm driving. I don't know what I'm doing, but all I know is Brett's with me, and he's just he's just there for the ride, and he's having a blast doing it.
We're on a road to nowhere.
Yeah, that's right. Where is it? Wait, hold on. We get another one going. Oh, is it gone?
I love that.
Here it is. Here it is. I got it. Here.
Come with me into the car.
Where are we going, Flousy?
Who knows? Maybe we go to the stars.
But I like the fact that you have the thing on your head, Flousy. Here I go. Watch me. I'm driving, broken every scene.
Let's go!
You in the house now, Flouse? Really good, man.
Oh, man.
It's really good stuff. I'm loving it. So thank you guys again. Did they say where we go to purchase this glorious piece of artwork? Well, again, you got to go right now to the schmodownlive.com, and you have to sign up for the Insiders program. That they will send you an email, and it's going to be available today. It is available for 7 days. That's it. 7 days, and then it's gone. So make sure you guys go on over to the schmodownlive.com. Sign up, because you don't want to miss it, man. It's going to be. I'm going to have quite a few of these, and what I'm going to do is I'm definitely hanging one of those back there. It's going to be amazing. Peter, I can't thank you enough for doing that, man. That's really
so
awesome.
rad.
Really awesome.
Now I want to over under 1 month before the first tattoo. Oh, I guess there's no tattoo shops on. There's your odds right there.
Well, yeah, it depends. I mean, when it's open,
prison tattoos.
No shit. I would love to. I wouldn't be surprised, because there's a dude. I don't have the picture of it, but there's a dude who actually cut his hair like the Flouse.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know what
I saw that.
I have it on my phone somewhere. Did I send it to you, Brad? I think I sent it to you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like you've started.
Yeah, I don't.
My own pandemic.
I know. It was, people were shaving their head. It was a thing. And yesterday, shit, I don't have the time code, but Jeff Snyder was the recent one to say, "What the fuck is Severn Flouse? What is it? I don't get it. Everywhere I go, I can't take it. It's fucking stupid, man."
You gotta isolate that and make that the drop every time you introduce the character.
No shit. That, and I mean, there's people that either went like Riley is, Riley's just a happy-go-lucky dude. So when it's brought up, Riley's like, "Oh, it's a Flausen, or even Emma 5, it's a Flausen." But like, you bring it up to Snyder or McCougan, you might as well have told them you just took a dump in their living room. But anyway, guys, it's what an absolute, one more time.
He brings joy and he brings pain.
Yeah, he does. Look at him. I mean, again, this is an exciting.
I love
exciting
that just
so good.
Our eyes you could see that we've lost it.
It does. I feel, and then where does the inspiration come from too? Because I feel like Ren and Stimpy at any moment could come over and start hanging out.
Yeah. It's funny. Like most of my artwork's a little more stoic and maybe a little bit more like tempered, but I felt like that does not capture the vibe of the recent weeks. So yeah, I definitely turned to like, Ed Roth, all the old Rat Fink.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, man. And then, of course, like all the John K. drawings from Ren and Stimpy and stuff like that. Yeah, for 100%.
Yeah, so...
that took me back to the, 70s, 80s.
Easily.
I was like, that's the media. I was like, oh, Rat Fink, man.
Those were great.
Well,
so I put and for everybody, once again, who keeps asking how to get it, in the description to this video, the merch from this limited edition collab will go on sale from, Friday, tomorrow, May 1st, through May 8th. It's a limited edition design, and it's never going to come back, so don't wait. You got to subscribe to the Schmodown email list on the schmodownlive.com/sign up so we can let you know when the collection is live. So there's a few things also with that I want to let people know about that I forgot to mention beforehand. I had shown you guys the design of what it looks like with the the sweatshirt or whatnot, but it's limited design. It's never going to come back. You guys know that already. And yeah, once again, just sign up to the actual sign up list, and you'll know before anybody else. You know about all the cool stuff we're doing. And speaking of which, something that I did this morning that I'm also very excited about. I would really appreciate, especially for the people watching live. You guys helped us go. You helped us go start trending. So you speak as a flirt and flouse. You guys helped us trend. I need your help today. I really need your help today. So on my Twitter, I had linked or pinned, whatever they call it, up to the top of the whatever it is. I pinned it to the top of my whatever it is. I pinned it to the top of my my tweets.
Yeah, put it on my wall.
I smashed it up there, you see, and I took it and I slapped it up there. But anyway, shut the fuck up, will you? So on the top of my Twitter, I posted out that I posted the trailer to the Schmodown yesterday. A longtime fan of the Schmodown, Evan DeGraff, had posted an idea to that Mark Cuban would be a fan of the Schmodown. And I said, I always thought that. And he said, you should go on Shark Tank. I don't know about Shark Tank, but I think that I'd like to let him know about it. So what I did is I posted the trailer. And what I would love for you guys to do right now is do me a favor, even if you don't necessarily watch all the Schmodowns, or even if you do, retweet that for me and tag someone who you think would enjoy the show. Because that's a way to spread it out there. It would be really helpful. It gets the word out. Right now, there's over 74 retweets. I'd love to get that higher and higher and higher, please and please, because the more people that know about it, there's something that Twitter's a very powerful thing. And here's a funny story about that. So again, I had gotten you guys. Normally you're the ones who let me know about these things, and they said, "Hey, look at this." And there's a GIF of me from the Schmodown, and I say this close. The Toronto Blue Jays had used it before, right? So, and I tweeted back then, myself and whoever's running the Toronto Blue Jays Twitter, we started going back and forth and having a conversation. And now I'm a Yankee fan. I would never follow the Red Sox, but I started following the Blue Jays. And I said, fine. So Blue Jays started following me, and now the Blue Jays are following me, which is really awesome and interesting. And then, just not to today, everybody. Oh, wait a minute! Woody Page just started following me.
What?
All right, now wait.
Oh, snap!
Now wait a minute. That's incredible. See, this is what I'm talking about. So Paul Walter Hauser, who played Richard Jewell, just started following me, and so did Woody Page because of you guys. Somebody tagged Woody Page and told him to check it out. Are you kidding me? I'd love for Woody Page to check this out. How incredible is that? Woody Page is the man.
Everybody needs to go at Woody Page right now, right?
No. Woody Page, no? I don't want to bombard. No, he knows already. Like, I don't want to bombard people with it. I just want you to tag one person. I want you to tag one person that you think would enjoy it because of things like that. Because now what I can do is I'm going to send a DM to Woody Page, and I'm going to say, Woody, thank you for the follow. Big fan. Hey, if you ever want to take a look at anything we're doing on Schmodown. And that's how conversations start in general. So Thank you. This is how powerful the community is. This is how powerful what you guys do, what it is. And when you trend, like people didn't understand House of Flirtenflaus was trending 24 on or 26 on Twitter because of you guys, because you had some fun. So I'm really today asking if you can today, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching on the replay, retweet it or tag someone that you think would enjoy it. Don't harass people. Don't bombard people. Just someone that you think might enjoy it and that should know about it. And thank you for that. All right, Peter, let's talk about aliens. So aliens. Yeah, aliens and shit. So what's crazy, man, is that so we were talking about it before we started going live here, is that this video that came out. You didn't see this video, Brett, at all?
No, I heard.
Lawrence Lee Stone needed $20.
Oh, no, here we go.
The aliens are in cahoots. See,
now, because he knows I can't mute him, because if I mute him, I mute Peter.
Yeah.
I love it, dude.
Son of a bitch.
Cahoots. Put the beat behind that thing.
I tried to yesterday.
That'll be the
I'm
new.
going to have to do it again. Every time I see Lawrence Lee, I'm going to start
Once
just
they
putting
open the
music on.
discotheques again.
They put on the discotheque and see what you can do. Say flousy, sousy.
That's the new Flouse song.
That is the new Flouse song. Cahoots. Everyone in cahoots. Who's in cahoots? What's you and me? So yeah, Brett. So like I don't know, it was 6 months ago or something. Whatever it was. I remember watching this on Collider Live, and there was a video that came out. I don't know how it was leaked, and it was that the military had seen UFOs and they're twisting. And it was,
I remember that.
Right. Yeah.
But this is the same thing, or is
the
this
same
new?
video, but it was made official by the government.
Oh,
they officially said these are fucking UFOs. Nobody knows what the hell these things are, and no one cares because everybody wants to know when you can go back and eat sushi.
Maybe they're coming to give us the cure.
Yeah. Right. No. They're probably like, get me the fuck out of here.
And then they saw that guy on all gas, no brakes, and they were like, all right.
No, we're good. The aliens like, did he just say cough in the face?
Yeah, we were coming with the cure, but
this guy's an idiot.
We saw these people out on the beach.
It's just like, look, it's like that one. It's like a movie you see when it's like the one good alien. Like they have this mission. It's just like, you must go to Earth and destroy everyone there. And they're like, no, there's good on this planet. And then they go, nah, fuck it, you're right.
I always said that when we were trying to promote getting pot legalized, that the news story, they would always interview this guy.
Right.
It's like, no, there's people that need this for like cancer treatment.
Well, yeah, right. It's like Randy Quaid from Independence Day. He's always the representation of all this stuff too. But it's yeah. So it's crazy that and still I still think it's because no one believes it. No one believes it. They're fucking aliens flying around. No, what's the explanation? Nobody knows what it is. No governments know what it is. What is it?
I feel like it's too much. It's too much for people to like think about. But before we go on, shout out Bruce Leroy in the chat says, I just tagged Mike Pence.
Perfect.
But you know what's funny is I can't say the name, and I know that's going to make people say boo and all that, but maybe I can tell you off the air because it's like a big name. There's a guy that I know who I talked to, super nice guy, and we spoke. He's a guy in Hollywood, okay? And I know that's how these nonsense stories start, but
is this a flirt and flows?
Dude. And so like a month ago, we were talking about this kind of stuff, and he was saying, you know, man, I think that what's going on right now is they're getting ready to launch some information officially about the UFOs. And I'm like, damn, I wonder what does this guy know? You know, Your mind always wants to go to like, I don't know what this guy's talking about. But the truth is, he said that about a month ago. And this is old footage. Yes, this was on Rogan and all that. But the fact that it came out officially makes me think all the other stuff this guy was telling me, and I'll tell you, I don't know how much to share, but it's like some crazy stuff that like.
Well, don't say his name. What can you share?
No.
Don't say his name.
Like, so we were talking, and if you're listening, buddy, I love you, and I'm just saying it because it's fascinating, and I'm a guy, by the way, who's like hashtag I want to believe.
Yes.
And that's my problem. Sometimes I think that I'm too prone to like accept information.
Yep.
But he was talking about how that a lot of the Bob Lazar stuff and a lot of it, you know, about being interdimensional stuff and being, you know, that's they want like a lot of like, there's a war going on, like people ready to reveal this stuff and people saying that they're not ready to reveal it. But like Brett was saying before, if somebody does reveal it, all you got to do is like put that douchebag in the clip next to it. And it's like, that's even better than hiding it. It's like, come out in the open, say it, and then put Randy Quaid, commenting on it.
Yeah, it's true. It's I don't know. I just think it's so ignorant for anybody to say, nah, we're the only ones. Yeah. We're the only ones. I mean, because if you look at it, no matter what, there could be people who, I mean, our technology that we think is so incredible could be like sticks and dirt to people who are able to fly here from other planets, or shit, other universes.
Yeah, they can shit.
Or shit. They can shit on the way in. Apparently,
like that's the one technology they have. Like, imagine like you have a neighbor whose house looks like shit because of that sweet car. You know what I mean?
Right,
I always think about that too.
Yeah, but look, maybe they're coming. Maybe look. The other thing is maybe you want to go really sci-fi with it. Maybe it's really evolved humans from parallel universes.
Well, that's the thing too. I always kind of think of as an alien almost. In my mind, it's they look like us. They're just maybe more advanced or maybe less advanced. I mean, I know maybe that's why it took them so long to get
to figure it out. Or maybe it was just one asshole who's they've been doing this forever, and it's this one maverick jerk off guy who's like, yeah, they're never gonna see me.
Yeah,
I go too fast. They're never gonna see me. Holy shit! Somebody saw you.
yeah,
somebody saw you. Yeah, it's all over the news now.
We told you not to fly.
It's like, don't worry. They're dealing with this virus. They're not even paying attention to it. They made it public, and nobody gives a fuck.
What if Unix saw
you? Look, they were gonna play it in AMC, but they released it too early, so now they're not gonna play it.
Yeah.
Lawrence Lee donated $20. My dad was in the military and he saw some alien shit but can't confirm or deny it. Don't worry, no more cahoots.
Thanks, Lawrence.
Thank you, Lawrence. Anyway, dude, it's pretty crazy. I don't know. I mean, you think they're aliens? What's that? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So I always feel like that's the most realistic interpretation of how people would react to aliens arriving. It would be like a mix of I don't give a shit and a mix of
unbeknownst to us, the only weakness to beat aliens is stupidity.
Oops, I'll reread it. That's okay. I'll reread it. It's the problem with the both of them being hooked up together. Yeah. They're in the same pod. I'll read don't worry, nerd. I'll read it out there for sure. Sorry, Peter. Go ahead and say what you're saying.
No, I was just saying, like, I forget the fact. I feel like at this point you have to acknowledge that that's something legitimate going on there. I'm just more fascinated with like how many more events have to be blasted on official channels for people to like actually say, I kind of think we should talk about this.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I mean,
what does that look like?
I have no idea. I don't know if they're going to do it. I don't know if it was released to maybe get people talking about other things besides coronavirus, but whatever it is, it's not working. Not working at all because
what's on the news? Aliens?
No, I mean that's what we've been waiting for that forever. It's like, well, when are they going to just admit it? When are they just going to admit that there's aliens? Yeah. All right, fine. Here you go. Nah, tell me more about.
Bring toilet paper. I don't want to hear about
That's right. Oh wait, I got something for you. Ready? Where is it? Okay, ready? It's coming. Hey everybody, I have some friends that are coming in for you now. Aliens are coming with me now. In the earth now. How are you now?
Why did we put this guy on the news? We should get somebody that can talk more intelligently.
Well, for me, I think don't cough in my face now, but at least I wear a mask in the hospital now,
There was like 15 other people that really had intelligent thoughts about this, and we're talking to this guy.
I play with sticks and I play with mud, and it really is a lot of fun.
All right, enough questions. You in the back, sir, can we get some of your thoughts about the aliens?
No, you can't. Now it's all about me. Now I like to kick myself in the face. Now with spike boots.
I really don't think this is like helping us at all.
Now should I put on this little outfit and dance?
No.
I got outfit on now, and I just hit myself in the head with a tomato.
All right, conference over.
Welcome to the chaos, Peter.
Yes, I have 15.
It's right in the middle of it. He's like, can I pull back that design?
He's the one that goes to the town hall meetings and fills his whole minute with nonsense.
Oh, Charles?
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, to him, it's not nonsense. To him, it's pure brilliance.
And maybe he's the genius.
Speaking of people like that, I finished. Not finished, but I'm going farther and farther into the Waco show.
Oh,
how's that?
It's really good. So my initial problem with it, when I mentioned the other day when I was watching Waco, because it's on Netflix now. I think it started on Paramount and now it's on Netflix. My initial problem with that show is the way that they kind of portrayed. They portrayed Koresh in this almost sympathetic way, right? And the guy was a fucking lunatic. So I had seen other ones. There was the Sinful Messiah show that they had done years back, and I'd seen that, and I'd see the depiction. To me, that's always the way that it was portrayed, and the way that these people were portrayed were always just like straight up lunatics. Whatever Koresh said, they did. That is not the way that they're presented in this. And it was also the one that I forget which Culkin. There's like 87 Culkins, but the Culkin that's in the show. He's very Culkai. He's in the show and he's good in the show. I don't know if it's Rory Culkin. I think it might be. I forgive me. He's good in the show. It's a Culkin. So he plays the guy that survives, and the guy wrote a book, and it's. So I was reading an interview last night with the guys who directed it and brought it to Paramount, and they asked, this is one of the things that people are asking here is about this, the way that you're portraying David Koresh. And he's like, look, was Koresh a lunatic? Yeah, he was a lunatic, but we portrayed him in the light of the way that these people saw him. And the minute they said that, I said that made sense. That made sense because he had to have done something and portrayed himself in a way that they felt comfortable enough, the way that they saw him in his eyes, that he was charming, that he did make sense, that he did all these things. And I was like, okay, that makes sense from because you wouldn't be able to get people to follow you unless you really made them believe that you were the son of God. Now that was that particular thing. The other thing that they had said was just the way that they also approached the Branch Davidians in general. They approached them in a way that they said these people weren't just following just blindly, and they were good people inside of this thing. They really believed this particular thing. They claim inside this thing of what this book said that they didn't because the reports that came out and everything else that came out, especially when this was the mission from the beginning, was that they were looking for end of days and that they were prepared for end of days, and that's the way it was always pitched. That is not the way that is pitched in this series. I think it is a very interesting perspective. There were tons of lives lost, ton of innocent children lost in this thing. It's heartbreaking to watch it, to go over it. And Michael Shannon, who's always awesome, is phenomenal in this, and he plays a very different role in this. He's a negotiator, and they even asked him when he was doing a press conference for it, how does it like to play like a really good guy, because he usually plays like villains or hitmen or just or broken dudes, and he's a good dude, and he's just torn. Shea Wiggum is in this, and he's on the, because it's fascinating with what, because people don't understand with Waco really I think that if you're under 35, you don't really. A lot of people maybe don't understand the significance of it, right? Yeah. There was a pocket full of militia, small amount of militia before Waco and that other event that happened that kind of kickstarted this whole thing. But after Waco, they started spouting out all over the country because it was just like this. The ATF came in. It was supposed to be, look, they had guns. This cult, they had guns, and there was the underage stuff that was legal in Texas. So what he did, which was horrible and awful, but unfortunately, he didn't break the law, which is really crazy. And I'm like, wait, what? I didn't even know that, because I just thought, I was like, fuck this guy. He's marrying a 14-year-old. Fuck him, throw him. And he still should have. It was fucking horrible and disgusting. Yeah. But how that was legal, I have no fucking idea. But anyway, so they raided the compound, and they were also warned. They were warned. The FBI, the ATF was warned. They know you're coming. Turn back around, because it's what they wanted to do was come in. They wanted to rescue. They wanted to, look great by rescuing all the kids and the women and putting this fucking lunatic behind bars. That's what the goal was. So the guy who would an undercover agent was played by Osamo inside of this thing, says, "Look, they know you're coming. Turn around." And they said, "Fuck it, we're still going." And then now it's a matter of who do you believe? Do you believe the people that were inside, or do you believe the ATF agents who the tape kind of disappeared? Of who shot first and who started that, because a lot of ATF agents died and a lot of the this is before the fire, obviously. But it's fascinating. It's really fascinating shit, and it's tragic. So yeah, and then today that's what they said. That there's no, and I said this to my wife last night. There's no fucking chance with the internet and everything today that goes down.
Oh no!
First of all, 51 days. By the way, what the fuck was Clinton doing at that point? 51 days. Why? I don't even know how it's crazy. Peter, I mean, dude, how old are you, by the way, if you don't mind me asking?
No, I'm 37.
All right.
So I remember watching like a little kid on the screen, but I like maybe 10, 15 years ago, I got super into like going and researching stuff like this. And my bigger question, and the way this ties into the alien thing, and even, I don't know if someone brought it up, MK Ultra in the comments, is like, so much of this stuff keeps getting reintroduced to us with what we thought we knew, we didn't know. Yeah. And you always feel like an idiot for being adamant about anything because like tomorrow there's going to be a new update that makes you look like an idiot. And so, it reminds me a lot. I don't know if you heard, it's been blowing up on the internet now, that whole new perspective on what was going on with Manson and Charles Manson in the late 60s and 70s with the MK Ultra stuff.
No, what was that?
Dude, there's this book right now that came out called Chaos, and it's been researched I guess they were writing it for 20 years, and it's got all these documents in the back of it. That's not like Alex Jones. We got the documents, but in the back it's like 60 pages of documents where basically saying that Charles Manson, yes, total lunatic sicko, but they were using him, again, like what Brett was saying, to be the public face to what's going to happen when your hippie kids take drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And they were letting him out of jail over and over again, even when he was committing crimes, and monitoring him. And he was part of apparently part of that Harvard study, dosing people with LSD to the point where they could be controlled and manipulated. It's like so bizarre, man.
It is bizarre. I mean, like you said though, Peter, where we had they've done a ton of these things, right? The Versace stuff, the OJ stuff, the trial, the People versus OJ Simpson. There's more and more of these things that are coming out. But this did come out on Paramount like 2 years ago, but it's resurfacing now because Netflix picked it up and now it's on Netflix. That's why I started watching it for sure. It's really good though. It's really good. And Taylor Kitsch is really good too, man. Taylor Kitsch, awesome. He's really good in the show, but I recommend watching it. I'm gonna finish it up, check it out, and then tomorrow I'm super excited again. Clone Wars, this next episode of Clone Wars coming out.
And that drops super early, right?
It drops in the morning, like Mandalorian.
So I gotta remember, get up early.
Just check it out. Yeah. So I mean, Peter, are you a Clone Wars guy?
Dude, here's my thing. I'm a super hardcore Star Wars fan, and I never watched Clone Wars when it was on TV because, I don't know, I didn't have the channel or whatever it was. Yeah. And so I have Disney Plus, and I've been thinking about going back, and I just can't get into the Anakin character in the early seasons. Yeah. And all my friends are like, dude, just what's going on right now is epic. And I wanted to ask you guys, if I just wanted to watch this season, would I be okay? I kind of know what's going on.
I mean, you wouldn't be lost because you're a Star Wars fan. So
yeah.
So you would kind of know. I mean, if you are caught up at all with if you haven't watched any of it, you tuned in enough that you know who Ahsoka is at this point.
Yeah, I know Ahsoka and all that stuff. Yeah.
So it's very heavily relying on Ahsoka. Now the first 8 episodes of this,
not so good.
It's not that that they're not good. It's just that. I think that they are standard Clone Wars episodes that if they never announced that it was the end of a season, then okay, great. Then let's play it along and where's it gonna wind up and how's it gonna tie up? But we know that what's going on now, this is what was pitched and this is why you sign up because I think that you could watch. I mean, you can watch this whole season. The Bad Batch stuff is fun. There's no doubt about it.
You got some flack for saying you could just start where I started and not watch some, And I think
you can.
Where did he start?
He started with the episode of.
As if he can't hear me, by the way.
New Friends.
Yes. He started right after episode 9 is when he started.
Oh.
But of this season, but. the reason why I had Brett start at that point is because like we were gonna watch it and I was like, you're not, and he wasn't lost by it. He understood. It's just that these last 2 episodes really tie in to like Revenge of the Sith and everything too. Plus, there's a lot of seasons. You're gonna have to spend a lot of time catching up. But I think what will happen is if you do watch the last, like, I don't know, even if you watch this season.
Matthew White donated $20.
Thank you, man.
Great show, guys. First time donating. It was great meeting you in Atlanta, Kristian, after watching Schmoes Know for 5 years.
Nice.
Me and my fiance were wearing the Oriental Schmoes Know shirt and the Everything is Awesome Lego shirt.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome.
Awesome show.
Thank you, Matthew. Appreciate it, man. That's very nice of you. Really awesome. Thank you. But yeah, man, Clone Wars, I think that you could now, and what I will say actually, Peter, now that I know what's coming with episode 8 and 9, because that's what you watch, 8 and 9, because 10's coming tomorrow. So 8 and 9, I would say watch the whole season this season, because if I was at a point where I'm like, I don't know if you need to watch it, so it all kind of loops together.
I want to watch it. I'm such a fan of Darth Maul and what we never got out of that character. And I know what's going on in the season, by the way, not to spoil anything for anybody.
Yeah. Did you watch Rebels?
Huh?
Did you watch Rebels?
Yeah, I watched Rebels.
Okay,
I haven't finished. I'm not caught up, but I've been watching it a lot through that. That's another thing. It's like there's so much good stuff in there. I actually prefer Rebels. I don't know. I think there's something tonally there that I like, and it's a little bit more dealing with the aesthetics of the original trilogy.
It ties
maybe,
back.
I like.
It ties back. But I'll tell you though, if you haven't watched a lot of Clone Wars, so does Clone Wars. Once you really get into it, there's a way. I've mentioned it on this show a handful of times, but you gotta, if you do start watching it, you have to. I would go and watch the way that it was intended to be watched, the chronological order.
Okay.
And you know, there's lists. I think IGN has a good list. Just go and check.
There's no
that
rush.
Out. There's no rush. I mean, there's a lot of.
I like
material.
being part of the hype. That's my problem.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
I like hype, and so I say everybody's going to talk about this. Now I at least want to watch and see what's going on, and then I'll just nod and say yes to everybody and look cool. That's really what matters, right, Brett?
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly. You just need tidbits just so you can chime in a little
Brett
bit.
made a career out of it.
I'm Googling search terms right now, like what to say to sound cool. No, but you know what it is? Like, I'm so hyped by the fact that something like the end of the season is getting people to talk positively about Star Wars again. The hate swings too far, dude. And I know it's a silent, loud minority of haters out there, but still, man, it bums me out to think about some war room somewhere where people are on the message board saying at Lucasfilm, you know, and they're like, oh, people don't like this, do this. And then it's just, we're never going to have people like crafting stories if they're paying attention to internet comments and stuff like that.
Well, it's a great comment, and that's also why I think that TV is doing it right. I think that the TV division of Star Wars is doing it right. Whether it's
Mandalorian is perfect.
Mandalorian's perfect, and like I said, I was tough on the first 8 or 7 episodes, not because I didn't like them, I didn't think that they were good. I just didn't think that they fit into what I was expecting, and I don't want to say, "Oh, well, here we go. What you're expecting." That's not what I'm talking. That's not what I'm talking about. What I mean is that when they pitch it at the end of the season, this is how Filoni wanted to wrap it up and tie everything to the trilogy. I'm like, well, where is that? And then right now, you're getting that. You're getting that tenfold. So it's one of those things where maybe you say, look, don't judge the whole season until you've watched the whole season. So
I feel like there's PTSD there that we get, number one, from like watching. I always say watching the final season of Lost almost ruined me for like a lot of TV going forward. Watching it episodically, at least, that investment in time, and I'm like, what? And then, the fact that we get to binge shows, I feel like, and I'm not saying I necessarily prefer binging to not, because I like having the weekly appointment too, but you get to a point where, like, if you watch a season of something and it's trash, you're like, but if it's like you've been watching every week appointment viewing, you get like, oh my God, please wrap this up well.
Right. That's the thing with television. Yeah. Television has there's a positive and negative where you have. And this is what I always say: movies, you get one shot. You put it out in the movie theater. People go and they see it, and if it stinks, then you're never going to hear the end of it. It's the worst. The franchise is over. It's done. With TV, you had a bad episode. All right, I guess I got to wait until next week. Yeah. Right. But like Peter just mentioned, it's the series finale that's always the one because there's no going back. It's final, right? It's like whether you hate the Sopranos finale or Seinfeld.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. So
it's hard to end something that's like so epic like that. And the problem
Breaking Bad did it so well, man.
Oh, they did it
the
well.
best.
The problem with Lost was they're like,
Eric
it's not
donated
this.
$20. I would recommend to watch season 1 to 6 before.
Oh.
By just watching the new season, you ruin a lot of story and emotional build-up hemo. But if you don't care, then you do you. But do watch TCW. It has so many great SW moments.
I don't disagree with that. The thing is that I think that you can do. I think you'd be able to do it both ways. To be honest, I think you'd be able to watch this season, understand where it all ties in, and what I think it'll actually want you to do is to go back and watch the other seasons, because he's not wrong. You do get that emotional buildup. There's more attachment to it by the time you watch that. But did you see, how much of Rebels did you see?
I've watched like the first 3 seasons at this point.
Okay, so you saw me. So you saw you were right. So you know a little bit of the emotional buildup with like Ahsoka when she fought Vader.
I love it.
Yeah. So,
Ahsoka, to me, like, man, I'm so cautiously hyped for that coming into the TV series and all that, because that's like one of the most popular and simultaneously unknown characters in pop culture. Would you agree?
Yeah, I do agree for sure. I mean, because if you're in Star Wars and you're a hardcore fan, I mean, like even someone like yourself who's watched a little bit of Rebels and not much of Clone Wars, but you're still very aware of Ahsoka, and I think people in general have known the name, heard the name. Brett clearly knows the name also,
of course,
too.
Yeah.
But it's
What's the name, Brett?
It's Ahsoka Tano.
almost.
Tano.
There you go.
So what did I call her the first time? It was.
I don't remember. It's nothing close.
Well, because it was katana.
Katana?
Isn't that a sword?
Katana Tana? Yeah, it's a sword.
Yeah. I think that's kind of what they got in it.
That's what they're looking for. So anyway, lots of great comments in here talking about the overall, how to watch it.
Am I crazy? Like, I'm almost more hyped up for the behind-the-scenes Mandalorian show than anything.
I mean, I'm still a little more pumped for season 2, but I still want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I am. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, it's funny. I never in a million years would think that I would say this 5 years ago. But if you would have told me, hey, guess what? In 5 years from now, on May the 4th, on this thing that Disney Plus is going to put all their stuff on there.
Yeah.
And on May the 4th, they're going to put episode 9 on there, and they're going to put it behind the scenes of this TV show. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm more excited for the TV show. I'm hands down more excited about and it's because there's stuff that I want to see inside of it. But I was watching a little bit more of The Mandalorian last night. I started watching a little bit more of it. I think it was like episode 7 or something I was watching. And it just to me feels so much more like it doesn't feel like anyone's trying to produce Star Wars. It just feels like they happen to get their cameras on these planets and they're shooting.
So right, dude.
So you're saying May the 4th, I can finally see episode 9.
Yeah, episode 4. Yeah. Well, that's one of the positives of why you have this thing too. But
maybe my kid will hang out with me.
That's true. But you're gonna have all these series that are coming out soon and everything too. But I'm more pumped up to see this behind the scenes thing, because just watching that yesterday, the Mandalorian scene, it was the scene between Carl Weathers and the Mandalorian when he's coming back to Navarro and he's on the ship and he's just telling them, he's like, yeah, it looks like you survived. Well, I survived too. Here's the deal. And the holograms up there, and I'm just like, dude, it just feels like everything I loved about Star Wars. And I'm so glad that it's coming back, season 2 and season 3. They announced also, which is great.
What makes it most rewatchable for you guys? Because like for me, I've been trying to think about this. Like, there are much better films in history, but to me, the original trilogy is so rewatchable.
Yeah.
And so many times, and I think it has to do with what you just described. It's like the feeling that we're just voyeurs on these planets, and that's what Mandalorian gets right. And I think going forward, that a lot of can be forgiven of any Star Wars, property they put out if they keep that vibe, that feeling. You know what I mean?
It has to feel authentic, and it's what everybody always says about the original trilogy was that the planets felt like they were lived in. And it's that common thing that everyone always says, and that's the vibe that I got watching The Mandalorian. I felt like it just kind of picked up from everything I wanted to see, and I think that's sometimes the problems that big budget movies have is because they have so much money that they overcook it. And I don't think you didn't need to overcook that trilogy. I think the new trilogy is severely overcooked.
Do you think they get that? Because I've been seeing all these, I follow a lot of these channels of Star Wars stuff, and this new, I forget the name, Luminous, Project Luminous, and all the stuff they've shown for that. Yeah. I'm open-minded to it, but it looks like, again, they're going away from that aesthetic. And then I think, okay, you got Project Luminous and you're going to have more Mandalorian. Are they splintering this stuff so that people like us who prefer that old vibe get it, but it's also something new and shiny for new fans?
No, I think we're in good shape with Project Luminous because of the people involved in that side of it. It's because it's the same reason why I just knew from my gut that we were in good shape with The Mandalorian. I'd said it on Jedi Council like 8 months before it came out. I said, this is going to be the best Star Wars stuff you see because you hear about Filoni and Favreau and their approach. And when you listen to the Luminous people and the people that they have involved in it, it's that same vibe and the same understanding of what made Star Wars special. They get it and they understand it. And I've interviewed a lot of those people that are in it. I'm friendly with some of them, and listening to them and what they want to do, I think for that particular example, I think we're in actually really good shape, and I'm actually pretty pumped for Luminous.
The thing with Mandalorian is like they were giving us stuff that we didn't know we wanted. That's right. What's so amazing about it. And then I was listening to Campia talk about this maybe a couple months ago, how he, as much as he loves Favreau and that he doesn't want like the rumor that Favreau to take over for to oversee Lucasfilm because he wants Favreau making the stuff. Right. And that's the first time I felt like, oh my God, now I don't know what I want anymore, because that's a good point, Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yes and no. Because what Favreau I think has proven is that Favreau can multitask. He's done a lot. He's produced a lot of things. Now, and remember, he didn't direct a single episode of Mandalorian season 1. He oversaw the whole season, and he put Filoni and he trusted it with a whole bunch of other people, and he wrote a lot of stuff. And I think he'd still be able to do that. Now, overseeing Star Wars, whether it's Filoni or Favreau, I'd be interested in either one of them doing it, to be honest. I think that for me, it's always Filoni to me is the guy that has sat down with Lucas. He's had the conversation with Lucas. He's been the apprentice to Lucas. He gets it. He understands the philosophy behind it. So anything that they're doing, it's what concerns me about the Obi-Wan series is that before there was the Obi-Wan movie had its problems because they were going to announce it, then they didn't, then they were going to change writers, then they would change directors, and all this stuff happened. It was messy, just the way that Solo was messy, and Rogue One was messy, and Episode 9 fired the directors. All this stuff was happening in the films, and it was very public, and everybody knew about it. Then TV, there's no problem. Filoni ran the Clone Wars and Rebels. It was all good. And then, Mandalorian, no problems. Everything's good. Oh. Then the films go away, and then all the other creatives that were working on movies say, "Uh-oh, what are we doing now? Let's direct our attention to TV." And now there's problems on Obi-Wan. There's no. They moved the showrunner. They do, and he's still on the show. He's writing stuff, but he's not the showrunner anymore. And they're changing things up. And the saving grace again is I think that first of all, the saving grace is that Deborah Chow is still involved and she's directing all.
Yeah, she's amazing.
If we lose Deborah Chow, then there's going to be some serious problems. And then Filoni, I think, is still involved or got involved in it. So and the good news is that they pushed it back. By pushing it back, it means you give more time to really develop it. Do I think that it is a disaster? No, it's not a disaster. It's just concerning that it's like everything was kind of working fine. It's a common problem that I think that they've had is they've made announcements before things are final. Like when they go to D23 and say, "Oh, all the scripts are done, we're ready to go, ready to start shooting," and then the scripts are not done.
How did nobody learn from the now famous DC EU announcement where they just announced every film ever made and never got made? Like I felt like that should have been a watershed moment. And you know what's funny? Now getting to work with in a company where a lot of creativity and projects are happening at the same time. I mean, there's so much going on. You start to like think if all those, just what we find out about what's happening behind the scenes for these shows and Star Wars and projects, if you had even an iota of that happening in a company you'd work for, you'd be freaking out. Like, it's just super unstable. You know what I mean? And that's what we hear about. And that's what I worry sometimes. That's like too many cooks in the kitchen. As soon as they get an architect in place, like a Feige for Star Wars, so much good stuff will happen.
That's what I'm hoping, but we'll see. But look, Peter, I wanted to thank you very much, my man, for coming by here today. Before you go, I'm going to show one more time. I'm going to play it, and I have to. I got to show everybody. So this is going to be available. Sign up for the Schmodown Insiders. The link's in the description. Great design here by Attack Peter, the Flouse, and me. My bald head, and then the Flouse doing his thing. So check that out. It's you'll be able to get it tomorrow. It's only available for a week. Remember that. Look at that.
I think that's how my family sees me.
Like this?
That's what when I come home and take the hat off, it's like...
I think if you had Filoni and Favreau in double case spot, they could do what the Russo brothers did for MCU. Peter, the watershed moment was Saban announcing 6 Power Ranger films before the first one released.
Yeah, there you go. That's true, too. That's true. Oh, thank you to Hotel Nerd. And then, Peter, once again, follow Peter at Attack Peter. Check him out. Obviously, you've seen all the, look at all this amazing stuff. We'll start with that one. This is all the great stuff that he does, and he's done this, and there's a lot more. There's a lot more, and then, of course, there's that shirt that he has exclusively for you guys now. So go and check him out. Support Peter. He's obviously he's part of the family, and we're excited to have him. And Peter, you got to come back and join us, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, you just say the word, I'm down to hang, man.
All right, brother. So again, Peter, thank you very much, my man. We'll see you soon.
Later, guys.
Later. All right. So how awesome is that, dude? Big fan of Peter.
It's amazing. I want that. Did he say those ones that I want that Mothra one? But those are all sold out, right? Those were things that he said that he got rid of.
I think so. Yeah, he had his stream yesterday.
Yeah,
and
everything
just crushed.
That is
just crushed.
And I like that. I like that you're doing this limited thing because I think that's cool too.
That was the idea because it was plus the fact that it's a special thing that he's doing it for us, and the fact that he would do it in the first place, and and because this time what we're going through right now is limited. You know, so I thought it all made sense that look, this is that particular. If you have that shirt, and you know how it's going to be. Like, I'm going to be at a live event, and I'm going to see somebody, and they're going to go, "I got one."
Yeah, right.
Like, holy shit, you got one. Yeah, you got it. You got it. And during that time when, and in freaking 5 years from now, you're running into somebody and they're gonna go, "Yeah, you remember this?" Like, fuck yeah, I remember that. Like that was it was the age of the Flouse. So it's gonna be really exciting. Yeah, Peter is awesome, and he knows his shit too, which is good. I wonder how he'd do in the Schmodown. I didn't ask him. Should ask him how he would have done the Schmodown. I would definitely put him in. I like that guy, man.
No, I see what you're saying. He's definitely you go, oh, I could talk to this guy.
He's just a chill dude.
Yeah,
like when he came in when he had flown from Miami to LA, and he came in to Skybound for a meeting, and he just came by and we just talked for I don't know how long it was, but he had a meeting. We're like, oh yeah, he had a meeting because he like that. We didn't even know how long he was going to come on today, but it just he just can talk about.
I need his. Oh God, if I had his hustle when I was in my 20s.
No shit. He's he's a straight up hustler. That dude.
We all know my hustle game is
not great.
Not great.
It's not great. I would be living in your mansion right now if you had a hustle. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing when I was talking to Ken. He's like, why does Brett do that? Like, I come on the show and Brett's one of the funniest guys in the world. What was he say? Was he worried about how funny I am? So don't worry about that. Kenny. Love Kenny. But I said the picture I put of you and I today.
Yeah. No, you posted it?
Yeah, I posted that picture of you and I from like 2001. It's on my Instagram right now. Let's see. I'm gonna go back over. I'm gonna read there's a lot of Streamlabs that I have to go.
That's the hat I wore recently.
Oh, is it? You still have that hat?
That's the Nebraska hat. That's the same one.
All right, guys. So there's how many? 79 retweets? Come on. You can do better than that. Let's retweet it, and let's again, there was a lot of people because of you guys that started following me, and I can get them. I want to start talking to the people that you think would like this thing, and I would love the Schmodown. I would love to see if you're able to do that for me. Please go on over to my Twitter. It is pinned to the top. Tag one person that you think should know about it. Yeah, so it's really interesting, people. It's so funny and the fact that Woody Page, I got to reach out to Woody Page. It's really cool that happened. Thank you, guys. Nia Jax just got tweeted. Wow. So that's good. So there you go. Some good suggestions. And again, like I said, tag the Mike Pence thing is funny. I get it. But tag people that you actually think would like it.
Yeah.
You know, like Woody Page is a great suggestion. Paul Walter Hauser, great suggestion. People like that. You think that, because I don't know all these. I don't remember. Like if you guys, there's certain podcasts you guys listen to that you think people, because not even necessarily that they could promote it, or I can promote it on their show. Maybe we find new competitors. Maybe there's somebody out there that's a big movie nerd out there on podcasts and loves movies. And like someone had told me Olivia Munn was a big movie trivia fan. Like somebody tag her.
Yeah,
let her know about it. Cool. So there is. Let me go before we have. I'm gonna get to. Oh, you know what, Brett? This is bullshit.
Oh man.
400 people. Come on, 400 likes. That's all I got. 400 likes. I don't like it. All right, everybody. Aliens just came down and sucked my eyeballs out. We need to get to 500 likes. 500 likes. We're going to get the 500. We're going to get 500 likes. If we don't get the 500 likes, no one likes you, and you will have to get peed on by an abominable snowman. Ooh. All right, everybody, let's go. 500. Looking at 412, 427, 427. Looking at 500. Trying to get a 500. Trying to get a 500. Trying to get a 500. If we get the 500, I will drink gasoline. All right, will that clear up coronavirus? I don't know.
Yeah,
all right, 447. Look at 500. Look at 500. 500. Look at 500. Can we get a 500? Trying to get the 500. I had a race with a lawnmower and I lost. All right. 456, 458. We're going to 500. Gotta get the 500. Trying to get the 500. I put tape over my mouth and somebody thought that I was part of a sex club. All right, everybody, 500. Gonna look 462, 462.
You totally is.
Trying to get a 500. Trying to get a 500. Hit the like button. Or we're gonna keep doing this bit to the end of time. 500. If you put in a Streamlabs, you never get your question answered because we're still not at 500. 500. Can we get a 500? 461, 461. 461, trying to get a 500. Everybody swing your partner, dozy do. Here we go, 461.
Do an element of left, if you will.
500, please. Yeehaw, ride 'em, cowboy. Here we go, 467, trying to get a 500. Stand still, 450, 475. Dropped one, fuck you. All right, 475, 475. Trying to get the 500. Can you click like? Try to click like. Do you like cheese sandwiches? So do I. 481. Time to get a 500. Try to get a 500. One time I punched a goat in the side of the head and the goat kicked me in the dick. 484, trying to get a 500, Trying to get a 500. Can you get 500, 45, 500. I got to see me, you got to see you. 500, do. 485, trying to get a 500. 13 more to get the 500. 13 more to get a 500. 47. Yahoo! 47, 495. Can we get a 5? Come on, everybody, get a 5. 499. One more. You still filthy. Come on, you filthy dicks. 499. Hey.
Now, what is your business platform? We call people filthy dicks and shit. Okay, no.
Welcome back, everybody.
Sign them up.
I do like these glasses. I wish they worked.
Yeah. You could get your prescription in that. Yeah.
I know.
Pick those frames.
I like them.
I like it.
But I don't want to spend $1,000 on stupid frames.
No, they've got like websites
really?
and stuff.
Dude, when I went to they're always, everybody's a used car salesman. When I went to get my eyes tested, when they told me I needed glasses in the first place, which I was like a no shit moment.
Yeah.
Then they're like, oh, well, go meet our glasses specialist. And I'm like, wow, here we go.
No.
So I'm sitting there, and the guy's like, well, look, your eyes, you probably do this, but you could order them, but for about $37,000, you could get these ones right now.
No,
fuck yourself.
No, Costco has them. You can go. There's websites that you just send them your prescription, and
you can make them out.
Yeah. You can get anybody.
I don't buy it.
Tell them in the chat.
All right.
Put them on the tweet.
So, what constitutes a filthy dick? Someone asked. I don't know.
Well.
Oh, did you do the Blue Chew yet?
I did it.
Nothing happened?
I think, well, you recommended 2.5. I think I
You
might
think you need a full?
Yeah. It was still a good night. And hey, I still got laid
You
with
still
this.
got it with that thing. Did you tell her that you used the pill?
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucker.
Well, listen.
Yeah.
You got to make sure they're ready for a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But like, I have to do this styling thing at night before bed, where I kind of have to slick it back so it stays. She likes it if it's like this, but if it's just all like that,
She can't do it.
She can't look at me. It's tough. Hey.
Well, here's the question, though, because I would like to put. I mean, now that the Warfather has won, I kind of have to put the Warfather against the Flirt and Flouse. I have to have that match happen. But the question is, by the time we get to taping again, are you still going to have that tuft on your head?
Well, that's I just like if I shave it now
and then grow it back and then do it again.
I mean, that was like 6 months of hair growth there.
Yeah.
And then, I do like I like the shaving.
I like it, my head like this. I don't mind this. Maybe just a little bit more, but
I can see why people just go to that at some point, because I hate going to get my hair cut. I hate, setting up an appointment, and then it's always my wife going like, you got to get your hair done.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's growing on everybody.
It's true. I got to give a shout out to my buddy. I don't know if I did. I don't remember anymore if I'm on the air when I say things or I'm not on the air. So is that true?
No,
I don't remember. So anyway, I was my buddy John Savarese. He's a chef, and he's the guy that I remember back in 2016. Most of these pictures I'm posting on Instagram are from the time where he
trying to make yourself look good.
Yeah, well, he was the reason that happened. I lost a lot of weight because I was eating healthy. And he's a chef, and he's a really good chef. Fuel for Fit is his Instagram and his website. I don't know if he's national yet. I don't know, but the guy's a tremendous chef, and he's got a good program. Even if you can't necessarily sign up to his program, you should check out his website of all the stuff that he's got. It's Fuel FUEL FOR Fit FIT. Go and check it out. Tell him that SEN sent you to.
That's the hardest thing when you're doing it yourself, like trying, because a lot of people, you could do this kind of thing where you put together these meals, but if somebody's doing it for you, then you take.
I wish I had that. I wish that I actually lived in where he's in Florida right now, and I wish that I was near him, because if it was, I would just pick up meals from him.
Yeah.
Because I making this stuff is hard. He gave me a new diet to follow recently. I can't start his yet. The diet he gave me, because the new one, because I don't have all the shit with going to shopping and everything too. It's harder to get, but I'm remembering a lot of the other stuff, and I've already lost like 3.5 pounds in 2 days. So it's better, because I was eating like a fucking idiot.
Oh, God.
As he says, eating like an asshole.
Well, as soon as this went down, it was like, we're eating pasta all the time now, man.
Pasta, pizza. I was shoveling fucking cookies and shitting on my face like at nighttime. Like, who cares? It's turning into like Uncle Buck.
Blake goes, I was going to have some ice cream. There's no ice cream. I'm like, dude, we bought that a day ago.
You're right. I was destroying ice cream. Peanut butter and chocolate Baskin Robbins, like everything. And I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
And I'll have to tell you, it was because when I was cleaning up my Instagram, and I saw all these pictures, and I'm like, I don't look like that, and I don't feel like that, because I felt like it is not just the fact that I looked like an asshole. I felt good back then. I felt healthy. I had more energy and all this stuff, and I'm like, I'm gonna try that again. And I felt better. It's only been like 3-4 days since I've been doing it, but chickens and salads and just the whole 9 yards.
There's ways to do it that isn't, I think a lot of people think it's like, oh, you just become a vegetarian.
No.
No.
You load it up anyway. Go and check him out. Fuel for Fit if you care.
I should post that picture of that Lonnie did recently of when we first started dating, and people can go like, how did you marry her?
Right, because he's funny. I'm gonna look at Streamlabs. Not yet. I'm going to look at Dark Horizon quick and see if there's Oh, wow. Universal's not backing down. Here we go again. Not backing down from the AMC fight. There's more. This is just going to keep going on and on and on.
What is this?
This is a great picture. It's got Chris Pratt when he's got the two dinosaurs, and then this is on Dark Horizons, and one of the dinosaurs has Regal on it, and the other dinosaur has AMC on it.
Douglas Johnson donated $20.
Hello, Douglas.
Screw chicken of sea, but chicken by the highway Kristian is into.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
it's true. Do you remember those pictures?
Yeah, those were
you
great.
on the show when that happened?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, when I was grilling, 'cause I had that little bullshit grill, and then I wound up getting that. I remember getting that big grill and bringing it to Collider, and everyone's like, "You're never going to use that." And I used it every day. I'm like, "All right, maybe you're going to use it." And then I was like so happy when I actually, because the day that I left, I brought it with me, and I was like, "You see, you fucks, you don't get to eat this anymore." NBC Universal chief Jeff Shell told investors on Thursday during Comcast's quarterly earnings call that the premium VOD releases from some titles will be a complementary element to traditional theatrical distribution for the studio. Shell says that while he sees the theatrical distribution as rebounding from the pandemics, the reality for many consumers in that new release films have to be watched in the home and the studios would be foolish to ignore that. I don't think he's wrong. I know a lot of people were on the other side of this thing, but I don't think he's wrong. The question is, when we come out of this, what's going to be the model? I would expect that consumers will return to the theaters and we will be part of that. I also would expect that POVD is going to be part of the offering in some way. It's not going to be a replacement, but it'll be a complementary element, and we're just going to have to see how long that takes and where it takes us. There's no question that theatrical is someday again going to be the central element to our business in the film business. It's how people make their movies and how they expect them to be seen. The flip side is the majority of movies, whether we like it or not, they're being consumed at home, and it's not realistic to assume we're not going to change. That's part of this business, and it isn't going to change like all the parts of the business are going to change. I don't think he's saying crazy shit.
Yeah.
I think he's right. I know that a lot of people have other thoughts on it in the way because of the agreements and everything too, but things are changing. And it's like you're also asking, this is a point I didn't get a chance to make, but like, so what the theaters are kind of asking, right? So basically, everyone who pushed their movies back pushed it back because no one's going to see them in the fucking theaters, right? And we're not allowed to put them out on VOD because the theaters would get pissed. But what if they said, well, okay, wait a minute. I'm looking at my slate. That movie is it cost me $80 million to make. It doesn't have a lot of hype on it. What if I put it on video on demand? Maybe I can make a little bit more money on it. And then they're not allowed to do it.
No.
They can't do it because of the agreement. I don't know how Disney got away with it with the Artemis Fowl thing, put it on Disney Plus. I don't know what that's all about because they're not. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they decided not to put it in the theaters at all. Maybe they're allowed to do it that way. I don't know what it was. They didn't read enough into it, but things have to change a little bit. I just think that I think everybody involved should have come to the table and talked about all this shit first. Maybe they did.
That might have been.
I don't know.
Or maybe they did and they didn't,
Yeah. Let's see. What else? Is there anything else
Maybe
bigger?
Charles was in the
He might have been. Star Wars Day gets a virtual convention. What are they going to do with Celebration? Is that still happening?
virtual convention.
I don't know what that is. John Wick duo return for Matrix 4. What's that? Excited about this. Matrix 4 I'm starting to get pretty excited about. I don't know why, but I'm excited about it. John Wick directors Chad Stahelski and David Leitch are set to return to the world of The Matrix. They're not directing it, are they? Before creating the John Wick franchise, the pair were known as their work as stunt directors on numerous films, including the entire Matrix trilogy. Speaking with Collider today. Stahelski confirmed that they are on board for the fourth installment in the series, which was in the midst of shooting under director Lana Wachowski when the coronavirus pandemic shut it down. He says, they were really cool. They asked us to help out with the choreography and some of the physical training for the guys. I'm helping out a little bit for a sequence. I think Dave's helping out for a sequence. Lana's coming back with a lot of love to have a pseudo-family reunion, so that's been a lot of fun. It's been good to see a lot of the crew members again. We just finished doing a sequence in San Francisco before the pandemic started. He labels the project incredibly fun, says the franchise is coming back with a vengeance. Says the franchise is coming back. That's cool. And confirmed their work on the film is more at the conceptual level this time. It's more about the creative concept of some of the choreography and backing them up with other stuff. Other than the Matrixes, most of their stuff, what makes Lana so great is she directs her own action. We've seen second unit directors on some of the Matrixes just because some of the logistics involved. But of late, and especially on Matrix 4, she's directing her own action. The second units for them are mostly establishing shots. The B-sides are some of the compositions for some locations, but she does her own action. She weaves it into the main unit stuff, which is why their stuff looks so good. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. I wonder what the change is going to be. I wonder how they're gonna change it all up. I don't know.
Do you think there's a way to like make people hate the third one less by making the fourth, like maybe something in the fourth one that goes, oh, okay, now I see. You know?
Maybe. I mean, look, they're dealing with a computer system and everything too, so there's always like a reboot or whatever it might be. But I'm going to revisit the third one. Oh, I haven't talked about this, and I'd like to. Do you know what I started rewatching again? I realized I don't think I've ever seen the movie all the way through.
What's that?
The original Blade Runner.
I watched the original. I had never seen it all the way through either, and I watched the original before I watched the new one.
So I remember as a kid trying to tune into it and not liking it because I knew that Han Solo and Indiana Jones was in it.
Yeah.
And it's really at that point, I don't know how old I was. It must have been 7.
Yeah, it's an old
maybe 8 or 9. I don't know how old I was, but it was way over my head at the time when I saw it. So maybe I always had a bad taste in my mouth. I'm about 40 minutes into it so far, and I'm really enjoying it.
No,
I'm really liking it a lot. And I remember having the conversation with RB3 and saying, I think I like 2049 better, but I don't really know if I had enough to compare the two of them. So I'm going to finish watching it because I really like it, man.
Because
really
that's one of those ones where you go like, oh, I've seen that, but you've just seen clips of it. You've just seen much, or people.
I didn't remember it. Dude, I didn't remember it at all.
Yeah.
I remember from the opening scene with the replicant kind of breaking loose, and then the introduction of Harrison Ford as Decker and all this. I'm really liking it. It is the final cut. That's what I'm watching. I'm watching the final cut. It's on Netflix, and that's what they suggest. So I'm going to finish watching that movie because
What's the final cut mean?
There was a final edit that Ridley Scott never had a chance to do, and then he put it out.
Oh, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's on Netflix right now.
I'll add that.
You should to your big list. It's awesome. And apparently there was I know I had seen it, but I haven't watched the actual interview. George Lucas and Filoni did an interview on the Star Wars show yesterday. A lot of people are talking about that. I haven't had a chance to look at it though, but I will. Tomorrow we're going to do we're going to talk about movies the year that you were born. So put together your list and join us tomorrow because we're going to be doing a full list of talking about the year. Let's say you say, okay, and the year I was born was 1985 with Back to the Future. So we start talking about Back to the Future, and we'll do it that way. And you can put a list together and we'll talk about a bunch of them. So join us tomorrow. It's going to be a really good and fun show, one of these big discussion shows that we've been having. But let's get to some of I'm sure there's a lot of donations in here. I haven't really got to any of them today. I think, and I'd like to know what you guys think, and this is why we have continuously talked to you and got your opinions on this. Did you like the structure on the way the show worked today, where we have an interview, we talk to some people, and then we just kind of discuss all the topics, and then around there's probably going to be a little too late. I might have to get to questions tomorrow if I don't get to them all today. But maybe at 11 o'clock, 11:15, we start doing questions. So maybe, we'll keep the Schmelbot on, whatever. But from 11 to 11:30, excuse me, 10 to 11 o'clock, we do interviews and topics. I think it's kind of fun to do it that way. Anyway, yeah.
Really give it the focus and the balance.
I just thought that it was more of a discussion. We had some fun of it. I think that and maybe just Peter had really great internet also, but there was no issues with the Skype thing.
Yeah,
and it worked out pretty good. And I think that when we were dropping everybody that first time, remember there was internet problems, and then I told you there was 8 Spectrum people running around all over the neighborhood. I haven't had that issue yet again. So maybe.
Well, and even when we pre-show, he had a little. There, we need to come up with make sure that you have this, and the basic, because you can do it with the most basic stuff, but if you have the settings wrong,
that's it. Well, you have to have everybody in the room a little early too.
Yeah.
But Anyway, and also I was listening to Backstage this week. It was really good. It's up on the channel. You got Ben Goddard, Ben Bateman, Roca. They had special guest David B on. Emma Fife was on, and of course the Queen of Corruption, Shannon, was on. So go and check that out. And again, the Barbarian, our buddy, our pal. Please show him support. He lost his lovely wife, Sonia, a few days ago. If you go to the Movie Trivia Schmodown Facebook group, or maybe, actually even Paul Preston's Twitter, Paul Preston set up a GoFundMe to help.
Yeah, please do.
I'm going to try to, Ben, if you're in there, can you post the fundraiser for funeral costs?
And I watched
stuff?
that interview with Mark, and
it was great. Right?
Yeah,
it was great. So I'm trying to find it, but if you can't, it should be. It's not pinged to the top. It needs to be of the Movie Trivia.
Ping it.
Yeah. So anyway, if you guys, I think Ben will find it. So if you can post that in there, Ben, and please go and help the Barbarian out. You guys are already. Because funeral expenses and everything. He's just, especially now, he's going to be drowning in expenses. We've already raised over $25,000 for him.
That's amazing.
So and he's going to need every penny of it. I can tell you that when my brother passed, the community rallied behind me and helped me out. It put because my mother and my brother and everybody was going to be in. We were going to be. It was going to be. It was very sudden.
Yeah.
So we were going to be in trouble. And the community, the Schmodown community, the movie community rallied around me, and then they've been doing the same thing for Craig. So.
That's amazing.
25,000.
Wow.
Over 25. And it might be more than that right now. I don't know. I'm trying to find the actual link, and I think that Ben's actually looking for it right now. But if you, I'm looking at Paul Preston. I think he might have tweeted it out. So if he did, I'm gonna check it out and see.
These fans, they step up, man.
They really do. They really do. And it's just, it's something else. It's something else to watch what you guys have done. There he goes. Okay, Ben just posted it in the. It's right now. You guys are awesome, man. Jeez. You've raised the goal is 40,000 right now. You have raised over $28,000 for the Barbarian. Wow. Thank you. I'm also going to take this and I'm going to post this in the chat room as well. So if you can, here you go. Here it is. I'm posting this now. Please, if you can, anything that you can spare for the Barbarian right now. Like I said, he's going to need every penny of it. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try to get to as many questions here today as I can because we have about a half an hour, less than a half an hour left. Anything that I miss, I'm going to get to tomorrow with our big topic that we have. So, it's different. Obviously, I know that we said this format that I want to do, but when we're taking suggestions from the audience themselves about the greatest, the year that you were born, that's going to be that's a topic that we'll just be going
front to back.
Yes. Okay. Today is the 30th, which is crazy.
What the hell happened?
Crazy. The 30th. I was thinking, dude, we've been doing this show together, you and I, now for almost like 2 months. It's just nuts. Okay. Now, you know what? I'm going to actually have to wear real glasses here because I can't see it. There we go.
This is something dumb that I do every time. Yeah. I don't know why I'm looking over there. I can't read shit.
Donated $20. I know the pain of losing a spouse, and it is the worst pain I ever felt and still feel. Lost her 2 years ago this May 4th. So I celebrate Star Wars and remember her in the same vein. Barbarian, I feel for you, brother. Much love from Hotel Nerd Network.
Thank you, Hotel. Very nice of you. Yeah, man. Yeah, and Barbarian Craig is just such a good dude. He's a really nice guy, and he has felt a lot of love from this community. There are certain competitors that when they come in, you just know, this is one of those. Yeah, they're going to be around. Not only for like his knowledge, but like his love of it. He's like a Ben Bateman or like a Sam Levine or guys like that. He's going to be a megastar. The Barbarian is going to be a megastar. And his wife wanted to play, and we talked at the awards, and you could just tell, why he was so madly in love with her, because they were like so like locked in together, and just like it was very similar to like what I see with you and your wife, Brett. It's like it's just like you don't know why, you don't know how, but they just found each other. Yeah. And like the guy was, everything he did, he just lived for this woman, lived for her. So yeah. It's absolutely fucking tragic, but there's It warmed my heart in December when you guys supported Paul Preston after he tragically lost his lovely wife Karen, and it warms my heart that you're supporting the great barbarian now. So thanks again. All right, let's get on over to streamlabs.com/the Schmodown. Brett, why don't you go ahead and read this one?
Yeah. Like, how about
Have a solid day with that. Okay, now we start with invalid user.
Invalid user?
Yes, perfect.
Or invalid user.
Oh, yeah. Bobcat Goldthwait's birthday is actually the first one. And he says, today is not Bobcat Goldthwait's birthday. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Invalid user says, hey, guys, your friendly Kansas Havoc Tech here, and I have to do residential today. I hate residential here. I'm in a financially assisted neighborhood minding my business washing coils when all of a sudden a dude busts out of his house in his it's meant to say tighty, but it says titty whitey, chased by a lady in a sports bra with a baby in one hand and a belt in the other, screaming, get back here, I'll milk your ass. And the dude drives off. The girl turns to me and said, what should I do? I wasn't sure what to do, so I said, follow the Schmodown.
Oh.
Nice. That's an elaborate one, I got to tell you.
You really just...
That was elaborate. Hotel Nerd with the Schmobot. Thank you. Dagan, love your designs. Attack Peter. Are you a fan of the new Godzilla movies? I personally think that King of Monsters is underrated. Any Kong versus Godzilla inspired art in the works. I'll let Peter's still in the chat room right now. So Peter, if you
Johnny 5 for life donated $20. Can we get Don Yino and Drunk Brett discussing the first time they were both abducted by aliens?
Yes.
Great show today, guys, and fun interview with Attack Peter.
Thank you, Johnny. Yes, you will get that impression. Let's do it. We'll do it a little later in the show, or towards the end of the show here. So Peter is still in the chat room. So yeah. Peter, if there are any questions that are directed to you, if you don't mind answering them in the actual chat room, that would be great. If you're not...
I did like what he said, because I'm kind of, he said those were more of homage to the older ones, the cheesy ones, and that, for me, that's I preferred the clearly a guy in a suit and just the campiness of it, and
they're really cool though.
Yeah, that's just I need that Mothra one.
I don't know. I draw stick figures.
Oh yeah, I've got
terrible. My daughter, my 8-year-old, my wife is a great artist, but like I can't. I remember the funniest thing. I don't know. Of course, I've been obsessed with farts forever. But I remember when I was in the 8th grade, I drew this thing. I don't know what it was. It was this ridiculous character, and he's like this. And my friend Victor, he goes, what the fuck is that? Because he's in 8th grade, and he goes, it looks like a fart. It seems to be fart blossom. And I don't know why, but it got me in so much trouble because I laughed so hard in the middle of class, crying, laughing, and they tried to tell me to stop, or I was going to the principal's office. You better bet your ass I was in the principal's office.
Is that one of is art, like, to me, I think I'm like, you either have that at some point, like I've tried my best, and it's just, I can't seem to get it down. You know, I could probably abstract maybe, but it's just this hyper realistic or anything.
We're idiots.
Ugh.
Okay.
Envy it.
Yeah, I can't do it. So, Cool Face, thank you for being here. I'm in cahoots with you all. Thank you, Cool Face.
Thank you.
Bobcat Goldsmith's birthday again. Today is not Bobcat's. Thank you again. I appreciate that. Really liking that. Jake Yakavetta, I think we would all love to see Peter have time-lapse videos of his carvings on his YouTube channel. Well, guess what, Jake? I got a very special surprise for you, because I know you are a patron, on SEN, on the SEN Patreon. We are going to release a special video that Peter sent me about the time-lapse video that he made doing this actual video, this actual design.
Oh, nice.
So I'll show you, Brett, right now a little bit of it. He sent it to me. Where the hell is it? He sent it to me the other day, and it's really good. And I want to put. He's looking to try to put music to it. So where is it? Yeah, here it is. It's like he did this whole thing, and it's really
Cloud Wings donated $20. Props to Kristian for all the people you keep employed during these times. You still don't know shit though.
It's true.
It's true.
You're not wrong about that. But look, this is
wow.
This is so I'm showing Brett right now. It's like this is him actually doing the full design, and this is going to be up on the SEN Patreon. So you guys got to join today. It'll be up pretty soon, because what we're going to do is we're thinking about, so Brett, I don't know, I'm probably do this. Probably put this music to it.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then after that, when that dies down, like after that's over, like because this is like a 7-minute video.
Yeah.
We'll do. Probably works with it too,
yeah,
right?
Definitely.
Don't worry, the show's not over yet. So anyway, we're watching this video by Attack Peter will be up. Let's see, go a little closer. I'm really excited about this. It's really cool. I'm gonna get towards the end of it and see what. Yeah, look, when it's colored in. It's awesome. Look at a creepy weirdo with white eyebrows there.
I like
I
when
love
he
this
did
dude.
the different eye colors. Just like it just adds to the craziness.
I want to see if he can do like exclusive Schmodown ones too, like the Outlaw.
Oh,
like Outlaw one or Andrew Guy, like throwing
a series of.
Well, yeah, like a series. Like you can see like Andrew Guy like putting Ben through a table, like classic Schmodown moments, but like exclusives that he could do. That would be awesome. All righty. This is a fun show. I do like this show. I think I like this format. I do like this format. We now go to Lawrence Lease, who put in a Schmobot. So did Hotel Nerd. Oh, he's okay. Hotel Nerd put in this Schmobot, but it got cut off. He said the aliens were coming, but Trump announced his plan for injecting disinfectant to kill COVID. Unbeknownst to us, the only weakness to beat aliens is stupidity. Cody Allen. We always talk about advanced alien life forms, but what of the possibility of aliens dumber than us? Sorry, I found a nug on my treadmill, and this is where my brain went. Yeah. Well, I don't think they'd be able to fly here, though, if they were dumber than us. Matthew White. Thank you for the Schmobot. Eric. Thank you for the Schmobot. Hotel Nerd and Douglas Johnson also put in Schmobots. I got to refresh here. Manny Being Manic said I just wanted to show some support.
Invaliduser donated $20. That entire couple fighting story happened except for the schemo down part. I just pretended not to hear and kept working, but it was wild.
Fair enough. Trying to.
Yeah, what do you do in that situation?
I'm trying to refresh over here. So I'm refreshing back over to. Sorry, I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Do I have everybody? I think I got everybody. Okay, good. So we have Cody Allen who said that. Matthew White. We thank you for the Schmobot. Eric and Hotel Nerd all put in Schmobots. So did Douglas Johnson. Manny Being Manic just wanted to support the show. Haven't been able to catch the show live due to working so much. I'm exhausted physically, mentally, and emotionally. Today I had my first depressive episode in a long time. No matter what, I feel you two nutbags make me laugh. Thanks. Thank you, Manny. Appreciate it, man. You've been here throughout all this craziness. Hotel Nerd, Johnny 5 for Life, Cloud Wings, and Invalid User all put in Schmobots.
Wow,
well, thank you, guys. Very nice of you. Now I'm going to go to the super chat because we have super chats in here that I want to also read that I might have missed. And we start with Ian Loves Movies. Hey, Kristian, I know you've mentioned before that you love the Rolling Stones. Have you heard their new song? They've still got it, man. Thanks for everything. I have not heard their new song. What is the new song? Tell me. I'm going to get it today.
Is it just a single, or did they drop a new album?
I'll have to check it out. Please tell me. Dragon R3 Born. Peter's artwork is dope as fuck. Sure is.
Hell yeah.
Dean Lewis, please say I'll be able to get that shirt in the UK. I believe you can. I believe that it's international. Master Anal Glands. Oh, good. Love all the artwork. Can't wait to get that shirt. Ed Santiago, what's everyone's favorite alien or UFO movies? Well, firstly, Master, thank you, Master, because that's going to be I'm so glad that everybody's excited about this shirt, because I certainly am. Ed Santiago, what's everyone's favorite alien or UFO movies? That's a good one. Favorite alien?
That would almost be in a whole episode.
I would say Arrival. Arrival's pretty.
Well, yeah. That as far as the one that and he mentioned the Attack from Mars. That was the most fun one for me. Mars Attacks. Yeah. And I love the whole Slim Whitman.
Yeah. Senor Film. I just rewatched Knives Out and still love it, but all I kept hearing was Matt Serra going "Boo, Ryan Johnson," and I kept putting a smile on my face. Did you ever watch that clip? God, that stuff that he just went off on Knives Out.
Really,
I liked it too, but he didn't even watch the whole thing. But you don't really argue with Matt Serra. Jason Siraj, you guys should make those Attack Peter designs of you guys into Funko Pops. I'd buy them for my desk.
Donated $20. I couldn't watch live for the last few days because I celebrated Israel's Independence Day, but I'm here now. My new favorite hero of all time is Lawrence Lease. Also cahoots.
I don't disagree with anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's a valid point, cahoots.
Some crazy shit. All right, so we have about 12 minutes left. If you have anything else you want to talk about here today, streamlabs.com/theschmodown. I am going to show you guys one more time. I'm going to show you this design. Remember, This is going to be available.
Dylan Nemi donated $20. Hey guys. Just a thanks for keeping me laughing during this lockdown. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dylan.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate you too. Oh wait, we missed that. We missed that impression. We gotta go back to the impression.
Oh yeah.
Dylan, thank you for your nice words. But this design again, guys. This is going to be available. You're going to get it. I think you can get coffee mugs if you wanted them. There'll be posters. There's T-shirts, sweatshirts. There'll be a lot of different ways to get it. But remember, the way to get it, you have to go into the schmodownlive.com and sign up for the insiders. I'm also going to post this on. I'll post it on my Twitter and I'll post it on the Facebook groups. But you don't want to miss out on this. I'm telling you, because I don't want to miss out on it. Like the fact that, like I'm telling you, I can see myself at these one of these live events, and I'm going to be pointing out to every single person that has my dream is that we have a live event wherever it is, and there's like, let's say there's like 600 people there. 600 people have the shirts on. That to me is going to be the good one. So especially when Soufflet and Flaus is playing, because we got to have the Flaus. Flaus versus the Warfather would probably have to be at a live event.
Oh yeah.
Can you just, ladies and gentlemen, and his opponent, representing Germany, with a record of 1 win, no defeats, representing the Den, international superstar, Flotin Floor.
Thank you very much. Thank you all.
You walking in a really elaborate outfit, like a Ric Flair robe.
If I could get that one that they made, the big trench coat.
Oh yeah.
And the gloves.
Yes, like that, like the pop that you would get from that audience when this pops in.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear it. They're gonna go nuts. Fucking Flaus, and everybody would it would be great.
And then when Makuga tackles me off the stage.
Yes. That's true. Attack Peter. Oh, you didn't have to put that in, dude. He said you should post those Brett pictures you sent me to the patrons. Thank you, Kristian, Brett, and to the whole casserole. That's a great idea, actually. I think I will do that. I'll tell you what. You know the pictures that you sent me?
Yeah.
So Brian Ward made a bunch of There's gonna be so I'll tell you, we're launching a store pretty soon. I want to tell you it's the end of this month. I have to confirm that, but the store is going to launch, and I'm pretty sure that not only will all of David B's music be available there from the Schmodown, but Brian Ward made a whole bunch of designs for posters and stuff for Flaus as well. Those will be and those will be around, but it's not like this awesome design that's only around for a week. Anyway. I don't know. I'm not sure when it's launching, guys. I got to figure that out. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Those are all the ones, the photo shoots I made my wife and daughter take of me. Is that the pictures?
Yeah, those. We'll post all of those to let people see for sure. Okay, so let's see. I want to see I didn't miss any before we get to this impression. We did that. We got Peter. Very nice of you, Peter. Thank you. Oh yeah, so that one I got lost a little bit too. Jason Siraj says you guys should make those Attack Peter designs of you guys into Funko Pops. I'd buy them for my desk at work. I mean, I'd love to. I just don't know if we have the capacity to do that just yet.
I saw the mock-up of the Zafert Files Funko Pop, and that was pretty rad.
It's really good. Johnny 5 for Life said, can we get Dagnino and Drunk Brett discussing the first time that they were both abducted by aliens? Great show today, guys, and fun show. Fun interview with Attack Peter. All right, hold on.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm going to find
it. Hey, you know, what just happened?
Well, listen. These guys pick me up and they say, you want higher learning? And I say, do you?
I don't know. And you said, hey, come on with me. And I thought it was a code for smoking weed.
I knew that if I took you, they wouldn't touch me.
Oh, so you said you thought because I was prettier that they'd want to probe me more and they'd lay off you?
Exactly. Look, here's the deal. They thought that they were going to touch this guy. Well, they did, but it's like an alien chick or something.
I didn't appreciate that you assisted them on the probing. That was a little... I just didn't appreciate it.
Can't prove anything. That wasn't me. That was the other guy. It's the other guy that looked like the other guy. Guy.
Oh, so he like morphed. He was a transmorpher.
That's exactly right.
Transmorphers, that's the
Transmorphers.
knockoff.
Don't say that. It's not politically correct. We will get to...
No, Transmorpher. That's
I'm just kidding.
Again, don't get me in trouble.
Don't get you in trouble now. That's all we need.
That's the knockoff
but you're like,
of
what'd I say?
Transformers.
No, I know. Oh, speaking of Transformers, my brother sent this to me today. They're doing a Transformers cartoon, and I said to my brothers, I said, aren't they? Or he's the new animated movie they're doing. And I said, isn't that what they always do? Animated Transformers prequel is in the works, but this time with Toy Story 4 director. This is an Oscar-winning director now.
Wow.
So Josh Cooley, who I interviewed at Collider Live, I love Josh Cooley. He's pretty freaking awesome. There is more than meets the eye to Josh Cooley, the filmmaker, who wrote, and I get it, who wrote and directed the Oscar-winning Toy Story 4, has been hired to helm a big-screen animation Transformers feature, the Hollywood Reporter has confirmed. Entertainment One, Hasbro's entertainment studio, will develop and produce the film along with Paramount Animation. Screenwriters, partners Andrew Barrier and Gabriel Ferrari, known from Marvel Studios' Ant-Man franchise, they penned the script. Project is acting as a prequel of sorts to the live-action Transformers movies, and it's going to explore the origin of the heroic... They messed this up. The Hollywood Reporter messed this up. They said they're going to explore the origin of the heroic Megatron. Well, he's not heroic. Megatron's bad. And the seeds of conflict between the harmony-seeking Autobots and the domination-loving Decepticons. Autobots, the Hollywood Reporter has fucked up. We must move on. It is time to have an animated show. Michael Bay directed 5 big Transformers efforts from 2007-2017, and Travis Knight did the Bumblebee one. So, yeah. I don't know.
We read Tack Peter's super chat, right?
Yes, we did.
I was just checking because Ben said it, and I don't know if he did another one or if it was.
I think he just
the one.
He this one.
Okay, cool,
yeah.
cool. Just
Thank you,
double check.
All good. I'll double check, but yeah, just one. That's fine. Then 50 Shades of Geek said I couldn't pay for a Schmobot all month, but this one was super worth it. Kristian, the hair looks amazing. I wish I had that kind of hair growth. Yeah, I got lucky, man. This is 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But the problem is, Brett, and this is what I realized the other day, the problem is that it's all growing back at the same length. It's gonna be like a poof head.
That's the tough thing.
You gotta fade it.
You've got to get it to maintain that. Because I don't. Well, but if you had a blade extension, I'm
worried about the blade extension because when I initially cut my hair, I have to be honest with everybody. I think I talked about this briefly. This is what I was going for 2 weeks ago. Instead, I cue balled it. Which is fine because...
Do you have one with multiple... other than your Manscaper, do you have something with multiple levels?
I think so, but I don't know where it is. I probably have to order something.
Yeah, I've got one. It's called... The one I was using, it's called the Peanut or whatever, and it has little clip-on things, and it's got like a 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. And it get you... I think you could probably do it yourself. And it would
have to look. I don't know. I'm hoping we could wait. I think... I don't know. I don't know anymore, Brett. I don't know. Let's see. I think that's everything, guys. I'm pretty excited about this show today. This is a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun. One more time. There it is.
Check it out.
Sign up today. I hope that everybody. I'm going to put that in here one more time. I'm going to the chat right now. www.theschmodownlive.com. Why did that go away? Come back. And here it is. I think you have to do the whole thing, right? HTTP. That's what Paul Denuzio told me. Oh, that was wrong. Let me do it again. Here it is. theschmodownlive.com. There it is. Okay. So go on over there and sign up. How many of you guys signed up? You know what? I'm curious. Dragon R3 Born says, search Dagnino glasses on Amazon. I can't find. Give me a second and let me know just say yes or no if you signed up for the Insiders thing today. I'm just curious. I want to see how many people actually listened and did it.
We'll wait.
We'll wait to see. Yes or no. I'm curious. I'm just curious if you signed up for the schmodownlive.com. A simple yes or no before we sign off here.
Yes.
A lot of yeses. Yes. Thank you. Okay, good. A lot of the schmodownlive.com. Got a lot of people. Awesome. Thank you, everybody. I guess this people are really looking forward to this design, so that's awesome. Cool. I'm happy for it. I'm excited that you did it. Cool. Thank you, because I want people to know. Well, great. I'm glad everybody knows about it now. Last thing I ask, please go and retweet that thing and tag someone you think will like the Schmodown. Other than that, please.
Can I?
Yes.
Can I pitch? Can I say a thing maybe to get people to watch Fridays
your show
or to join on the 10th?
Yeah.
The one thing we're going to be doing, we're going to be We're going to be reviewing a movie.
What are you reviewing?
We're reviewing a movie called What's Up.
The hell is that?
It's a knockoff of Up.
Oh, is it a porn?
No. Oh. It's animated. It's on YouTube. Anybody can watch it. So if you sign up for the $10 Patreon and you want to watch it ahead of time, Kate and myself will be doing a review of a movie called What's Up.
All right, so that's another one. I'll do that right now. Patreon.com/SEN Live. Now, this on SEN Live, you're getting a lot of shit this week. You're going to get that show on Friday. You are going to get the Attack Peter video where he actually does that full design. And you're going to get those pictures of the Fladenplassen. So,
and then we're also going to be doing, speaking of bad art, we'll be making portraits of each other.
I like that. Sounds fun. The show's been fun.
You guys, we're having a great time, and we'd love you to join us.
All right, guys. So once again, if you want to do that, join Brett and Kate over on Patreon, patreon.com/SEN Live. Thank you to all of you guys out there. What a show today was. Today was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed today. Tomorrow, get your list together of the movies of the year you were born. Join us tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. Please go on over to my Twitter. Please retweet it and the trailer to Schmodown and tag one person that you think would like it. Because who knows? Maybe someone finds it and we find a new star, or someone says, "Hey, I never knew about this thing." Why don't you?
Not the Flirtenklaus way, but
no.
Hey,
you should know about this thing. So, and thank you to Attack Peter. Please check out Peter on all of his stuff, and we thank you. And we'll see you next time.